starts right now.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Sam Shocker. This morning, a two-vehicle crash along I-25 near Meade is creating long backups due to a forced closure that still is in place right now. Let's take a look at a live look right here and look at this. The crews are working on the scene as we speak. Mountain View Fire Rescue says the crash happened at around 3:15 this morning. Both directions of I-25 are closed from State Highway 66 to Weld County Road 38. Drivers are told to expect significant delays. The crash involved a semi-trailer carrying paper products and stereo fuel cans. Jersey barriers were pushed into lanes, and the stuff from inside that trailer is, as you can see right there, scattered everywhere. Authorities say there is a lot of cleanup needed for this crash. So far, they have not said what exactly caused it. Officials say one person did have to be taken to the hospital for minor injuries. Switching gears here, we've had rain for the last several days and it is not over yet, and neither is our chance for storms. It's not looking too pretty outside right now. As we take this live look over the city, you see a little bit of like gray clouds and the skies look a little, well, Jaden Knowles, you are our 9 News Weather Impact Team expert. So Jaden, there is a chance of storms, but how severe are they going to be?
Yeah, the good news for today, nothing severe. We don't even have a slight risk for severe storms this afternoon. That's a first from the last couple of days. But although the storm activity, mainly here in the metro, maybe some isolated showers is expected this afternoon. So far, we're in the upper 50s. And yes, we are really going to struggle warming up this afternoon. But for the good part, we're going to see warmer temperatures as we head into the weekend. Your current temperatures for the eastern plains, you're in the 60s right now, as well as the high country, 50s and 60s there. But so far, we're tracking live radar. Some isolated showers out there, mainly in the high country. You can see near Vail, some isolated showers. Once again, nothing severe out there. So that is the good news. And some showers moving into parts of Lamar and into Kansas. So, of course, here's what we're tracking. Your temperatures for this afternoon. Not really warm. Here's your Pac-Man forecast. The upper 60s for this afternoon, Sam.
Awesome. A Pac-Man forecast. Thank you so much, Jaden. All right, so switching gears yet again, an Arapahoe County child has the measles, but visited several public places in Aurora before being diagnosed. So there is a warning out for the public. Take note. Health officials say the unvaccinated child is now in isolation at a local hospital. They had recently traveled internationally, and while the child is at a local hospital, health officials say there is no risk to others inside that particular facility. But before the diagnosis, they were in several public places and could have exposed others. So if you were at any of these Aurora locations last week, like the Walgreens on Hampden, Sam's Club, Natural Grocers, or the Children's Hospital ER, you could have been exposed. You can find a full list along with the dates and the times of these visits on 9news.com. Construction will affect drives to the airport tomorrow. The existing off-ramp from inbound Pena Boulevard to Jackson Gap Street will be closed for construction. Drivers can use the 75th Avenue off-ramp, which is located west of the Jackson Gap Street off-ramp. Follow those detour signs for Jackson Gap Street. 1,400 DIA employees will be furloughed this year to help the city of Denver's multi-million-dollar shortfall. However, the airport doesn't take any money from city taxes or the general fund. That has led city employees to ask questions about it. But in a message to all DIA city employees, the airport CEO, Phil Washington, said that the furloughs are to be in solidarity with city and county workers downtown. We got an update for you. The union representing King Soopers employees say they have reached several tentative agreements with King Soopers leaders, but they still need more time to reach a new labor contract. This is the first positive news on negotiations since King Soopers employees ended their 12-day strike in February. The two sides are now finalizing issues like health care, wages, staffing, pension, and vacation. The union says both sides will head back to the bargaining table next Saturday. But unionized workers at several Safeway and Albertsons locations are preparing to vote on authorizing a strike. Workers at stores from Boulder down to Pueblo and through the high country to Grand Junction will begin voting tomorrow. Voting will stretch through next Wednesday. More jobs are coming to the clean technology field as buildings transition to green energy. That's led the city and county of Denver to help fund career training and industry partnerships. 9 News' reporter Courtney Yoon spoke to a person who was experiencing homelessness before enrolling in this program.
We're at the housing project where these workforce development program trainees have been installing solar panels on the roof here. You can see them on top of this housing project. We were just told they just passed inspection, which is exciting for them. L has been installing solar panels on this project, which is a partnership between the City and County of Denver, Habitat for Humanity of Metro Denver, and Grid Alternatives. Because of Denver's Green Workforce Development Program, L is now a full-time solar installer and electrical apprentice.
I was released from prison about 2015, and I'll be honest with you, it's been a struggle. But ever since being with Grid, my life has definitely turned around. I have a lot more hope. I have a lot more stability.
L says he was homeless for 8 years after being released, and at the time there weren't many programs available for a person with his criminal history. But since joining Denver's program and becoming a fellow with Grid, he's been able to afford rent on a house. Both Habitat Metro Denver and Grid get funding from Denver's Climate Protection Fund to create more affordable, sustainable housing while also boosting green workforce development. L says he wants to continue his training and education, hopefully leading him to more career advancement opportunities and getting him closer to his dream of building an off-grid home and community.
My main goal is to get my journeyman license and electrical. That way I can travel, go places, and I think that would also help me a little further down in my dream to help complete my dream. So.
Since 2022, more than 1,800 people, including L, have enrolled in one of Denver's green workforce development programs. According to the city and county, their average wage is about $21.92 per hour. If you're interested in joining a cohort, we have all the information on our website, 9news.com. In Denver, Courtney Yoon, 9 News.